Do you guys want to make the EDM hits like the other famous EDM artists? Do you want your music to get more attention? Do you want to avoid high CPU usage but still can make the high quality music? Do you want your music sounds professional even with the free DAW software? If you don't know me, I'm Anthony. I'm using the free DAW software LMMS to make music for 5 years. And welcome to my YouTube channel, Anthony's Tune. Before the video starts, if you are the newcomer, hope you can consider to subscribe my YouTube channel and click the notification button too. Okay, let's jump into our videos today. This is the 7 tips you need to know before you make the EDM in LMMS. Why I mean this is a tip 0 is because this might be not available for those who are using LMMS with the Mac aligners, which is VST plugin. I guess nowadays VSTs have become a very important role in the music production. With or without is really just optional, but if you can and know how to use the VSTs, it helps your music very much. However, if you cannot use VST, you can use the FF2 player in LMMS to replace VST instrument only. The sound might be not as good as what you expected, but it still can get the things done pretty well. Since I'm using LMMS, so I will talk more about it. But this also applies to any of the DAW users too. Now, what I mean is not you have to know the advanced on your DAW. At least you have to know the basic of how to use your DAW. Like for example, how to use the piano roll, how to use the samples and plugin in the song editor, how to put the effects, how to use the beat maker in your DAW. Even though you are making the bad music in your DAW, but that's totally fine because I will teach you after all, so no worries about it. The most important thing is you at least have to know the foundation of how to use your DAW in the very basic way. When you know how to use your DAW, it's time to go to the foundation of the EDM in your music production skill. Part of it is sidechain. There's got the VST effects to make the sidechain, but let's say if you are the Linux or Mac user or you want to avoid the high CPU usage, here's the way of how to do the sidechain in LMMS. Okay, so this is how you're going to do the sidechain. So first thing, I would like to do the unison with the kick. Now what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to make it short first. So once you've done it, just go to the oscillator 1, put the white noise, oscillator 2 and oscillator 3. I usually just put it to the 0 volume. Okay, we're done for this one. Let's go to the next one, the envelope. Now put this one to green, click the hole, and also the decay, just a little bit, something like this. And have to take the sustain, go down like this. Okay, we just leave it like this first, a little bit again. And go to the effects, click the effect, pick controller, bass amount 0, mute effect. Okay, now let's go to the effects mixer, click the plus, go to the FX1, find the sidechain. I usually use the curve sidechain compressor and click the sidechain level, the right click here, and go to the connect to controller, controller 1. Okay. And now let's put the ratio at here. And now here comes the very important parts here, which is you need to put the effects on your tracks here to the first one, or else you're not gonna have the sidechain level on this track here. Now let's listen. This might be quite complicated because you not only have to know how to use it, but also must know how to make it more advanced. Usually for the very basic way, I use the automation tracks a lot on the dynamic, like for example volume, pan, and maybe high or low end EQ on automation tracks. For more advanced, stay tuned for my future video. The next one is know how to load your samples to LMMS. Now we all know the samples in LMMS doesn't give in the great performances, so that's why we need the third-party samples to support. But it's quite wasting of time if you keep clicking the load and find the samples. So here's the way to find your samples faster on your desktop in LMMS. Let's say now you already download the sample pad, like for example, let's say you download the cymatic sample pad like here. I just want to put one, like do the example, because I put a lot of them inside the LMMS step store already. Now what I mean the LMMS step store is actually at here. Here's your LMMS step store. Now I would like to put at the samples here. So this is how I usually do. So the first thing that you need to do, you need to go this PC, open new window, go to the Windows, program file, and then find the LMMS, and next one go to the data and samples. Now what I would like to do right now is go back to the download file at here, copy, and go back again to the samples, paste it, just click the continue, and there you go, you got this already. And now let's go back here again, let's have a check. Oh, still haven't updating yet because you haven't restarted the LMMS. Now let's restart again, restart the LMMS, and let's check. And there you go, as you can see, cymatic 808 now it's at here. So this is how you can put your samples in your LMMS step store here. I know when I say you need the music theory when making the EDM music, it comes to the very subjective discussion. Because some of the people will say you don't need the music theory to make the music indoor. Well, technically yes, but not really. It is very important that you need to know the music production skills, but at the same time, when you talk about how to catch people's attention in your music, that is not about the skills only, but also your musicality. Is it your music catchy? Is it your music very energetic? Is it your music sounds emotional? All this are linked to the music theory. So believe me or not, if you really want to learn something from me, at least you must know the basic theory, like what is the scales and chords, etc. Now this is optional, but somehow I think it's quite important to know how to use it, which is know how to do the recording by using Audacity. Pretty sad to say LMMS cannot do the audio recording, so it's important to have another door to support and do the audio recording. You can use the Catwalk to do the recording, that's totally fine, but still, if you can use the Audacity like Pro, you are the man. The last tip is the hardest tip, which is finding the correct sound. Finding the correct sound is very hard to do it, especially if you talk about sound design. I'm not gonna lie, if you really want to improve your sound design skills, you really need to put a lot of the efforts on practicing on it. Once you really get used to it, it does help your music production so much, and yet, who knows, you will come out your own sound band to support your music, right? Just go to the YouTube search or Google, find the tutorials, and make your music stronger, improve your sound design skills. So here's the 7 tips you need to know before you make the EDM in LMMS. I hope you found this tutorial useful for you, and stay tuned for more tutorial videos from me. And let's make music stronger in LMMS. If you liked today's video, help me share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Or if you got any question you would like to ask me, just leave the comment down below and let me know. Or if you got any tips that I didn't mention about in today's video, you can just leave the comment down below and let me know. And I will see you guys in the next video.